Hello and welcome. You just saw the biggest interview of this decade. Sonia Gandhi spoke to consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai. He's now joining me live from Allahabad for more on this interview. Rajdeep, let me begin by asking you, this is after a very long time Mrs. Gandhi has sat down for a chat. What was the difference that you saw, in her body language, in the way she now has been? And you did ask her some political questions, but, as far as body language goes, what is the difference that you saw in her?
Let me put it this way, Ankit. The last time I interviewed Sonia Gandhi, and I think that was the last time anyone had her in a sit-down interview, was December of 2005. That was in the backdrop of the Congress's remarkable surprise victory in the 2004 elections. So that interview was more political, and it was obviously of a leader who was more confident, of a leader who had just given up the idea of becoming Prime Minister and had instead got a government in place with Manmohan Singh as Prime Minister. But it was of a more confident, assertive Sonia Gandhi. In 2016, I think one senses a more reflective Sonia Gandhi. Let's be honest, she is in the autumn of her political career. She looks to me a little tired. She looks to me as someone who's had a lot of health problems. And remember, she is now also over 70 and the leader of a political party which has dwindled to just 44 seats in the last decade from when I last interviewed her. So now, does Sonia Gandhi have the courage to actually, or the energy to really mount another comeback? There's a huge question mark on that. And when I tried to raise the question a couple of times about succession, about Rahul Gandhi, about Priyanka Gandhi, as you saw, she definitely tried to avoid those questions because she said this interview was on Indira Gandhi. And to a large extent, that's what we had agreed to, that this interview would be about Indira Gandhi, and therefore this was much more of a softer, sentimental interview of someone who knew Indira Gandhi perhaps more intimately than anyone else who's alive today. And as the country celebrates or marks 100 years of Indira Gandhi, I think Sonia Gandhi feels more comfortable talking about her mother-in-law than perhaps she does, to be very honest, about Narendra Modi. I think she almost gives me the sense of someone who slowly wants to abdicate from day-to-day politics. She's waiting for possibly Rahul, as we all believe, to take over, and she would rather look almost nostalgically into the past. So this was a slice of nostalgia. That's how I would like to see it. The location, Swaraj Bhavan, the way Sonia Gandhi approached the interview, not wanting to take the real political questions, but making importantly the point when I asked her this, that there are a lot of people who today compare Narendra Modi's tough, no-nonsense style of leadership with that of Indira Gandhi. And she kept reiterating, absolutely not. There is no comparison between Indira Gandhi and Narendra Modi. I thought that was the one flash that we saw of a certain element of anger and the political Sonia Gandhi, also when she said that today's leaders lack empathy. But I do believe in a sense, Ankit, Sonia Gandhi will have to decide sooner or later, does she really want to even step into the political maelstrom once again, take on a Narendra Modi, revive the Congress? She said more than once she believes that the Congress has the potential for fight back. Don't write us off. She said in 1966, Indira Gandhi was written off. My sense, though, is somewhere, Ankit, is that she is waiting for her son to take over. Yeah. And it's now a question of timing. It's not about, she's more inclined to look into the past and what she's gone through in the past. Okay. And she wants the son to look into the future. And the Congress at the moment is not sure when that moment will come.
Rajdeep, just stay on with us. Let's quickly take our viewers through that question when you asked her about Narendra Modi and Indira Gandhi, and the way she said there cannot be any comparison between the both.
There are those, ma'am, who say the Congress party today needs a leader like Indira Gandhi to take on someone like Narendra Modi. The reason they say is Mr. Narendra Modi is this tough Prime Minister, much like Indira. And the Congress doesn't have that kind of tough, competitive leader to take on.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Don't forget that when Mrs. Gandhi entered politics, she became president of the party or later Prime Minister, she was ridiculed. She was made fun of. She was insulted. There was nothing that she did that was right.
She was called Gungi Gudiya.
From within her own party. I would say perhaps even more than outside. Right?
And you believe that she was able to overcome that?
She was able to overcome that. She did overcome that.
I'm just wondering whether that's something you learned from Mrs. Gandhi, because there is this fighting spirit that we've seen in Sonia Gandhi from time to time. Is that something you learned from your mother-in-law? Because you were attacked, viciously attacked. Today Rahul is also attacked.
Absolutely.
Does the family take, in a sense, confidence from what Indira Gandhi was, or do you believe the world has changed? You need to be more competitive now than even in the 1960s and 70s when the Congress was the dominant party. You didn't have a leader like Mr. Modi to take on then, that Mrs. Gandhi had.
You know, every sort of era in politics or in history has its own problem, its own leaders or its own opposition. No, I think the Congress party is taking on the present dispensation.
Do you get troubled when people ask you, when political observers or people write, or BJP leaders say, Narendra Modi is like Indira Gandhi, he's the, that power politician? Does that trouble you?
It doesn't trouble me because I don't believe in it at all. I have my own very clear view. There is no comparison.
There is no comparison?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
As a power politician?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No comparison between Indira Gandhi and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Rajdeep, you also asked her about the future of the Congress party, where she said that, she's convinced that they are going to go up from 44 and there will be, of course, a fight that the Congress is going to provide to the Prime Minister. Are you convinced? Does it look like a leader who still has a plan, or, it was just for television, possibly not even convinced with where the Congress party is going as of now?
Let's be very honest. I think the Congress party at the moment is still struggling when it comes to charting a path for its future. The fact is that Narendra Modi is this towering figure over Indian politics, much in the manner that Indira Gandhi was in the 1970s, which is precisely what I was trying to get at. That Indira Gandhi was this dominant personality in the way that Mr. Modi is today. And I don't think that the Congress has a clear idea of how it intends to take on Mr. Modi. Yes, there is some talk that now we will have issue-based targeting of this government. We will go to the streets on demonetization. But beyond that, what about the leadership issue? The leadership issue has now been hanging fire ever since the Congress suffered that humiliating defeat in the 2014 elections. When is Rahul Gandhi going to take over? It's a question not of if, but when. And I think the Congress is caught at the moment in this state of uncertainty because we still don't know when will Rahul Gandhi take over. Is Rahul Gandhi good enough to take on a Narendra Modi? If you see in the interview, I asked her this. Is Rahul or does the Congress need an Indira Gandhi kind of leader? And you got a sense that I don't think even Sonia Gandhi, for all her fighting words, is sure as to how to really take on someone like Narendra Modi. What is clear is that she has this intense dislike for the Narendra Modi brand of politics, is unwilling to in any way allow it to be identified with the Indira Gandhi brand of politics. But how does the Congress actually move ahead? We did this interview at the Swaraj Bhavan in Allahabad, and remember, in a few months from now, elections will be held in Uttar Pradesh. And frankly, every poll till today shows the Congress in a poor fourth place. Now, there comes the Priyanka factor. I raised it in an oblique way when I said that, people believe that Priyanka resembles Indira Gandhi. Is she the person who might, well be the leader of the future? I don't think there is any clarity at all on these questions. And I think the Congress party will have to settle this leadership issue. I get the sense that Sonia Gandhi, as I said earlier, is ready now to almost fade into the sunset, be more there as a figure of comfort for the Congress, but not as the leader who's going to take on Narendra Modi in Parliament and outside. That has to be done by a new generation, and whether that new generation is equipped to take on Narendra Modi is a big question mark.
Rajdeep, let's also now listen into this conversation when you had about Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, and how Mrs. Gandhi was trying to, not get into the comparison, not into the political mode as far as both her children are concerned. Let's quickly listen in and we'll come back and discuss more about that.
My trick question then would be, or what people would ask is that will Rahul be the person who will take forward this legacy?
Well,
or will it be Priyanka?
that you have to, I'm not the person to...
You won't decide that?
To decide or to reply,
Rajdeep, very quickly, she was saying that it is not for her to decide when Rahul Gandhi takes over. She also tried to somehow deflect the question on some sort of a comparison between Priyanka and Rahul. How do you see that? A dilemma of a mother and a Congress president, a party chief?
Absolutely. I think you put that well. I think there is a dilemma. There is Sonia Gandhi, the mother, who would like her son to take over as soon as possible. There is Sonia Gandhi, the mother, who would like Priyanka Gandhi to be also involved in the Congress party. But there is Sonia Gandhi, the politician, who perhaps recognizes that the challenges that they face are perhaps far greater than what even she faced when she entered politics formally in the late 90s. You now have in Narendra Modi the kind of tough, ruthless, larger-than-life leader, someone who has that the political stomach for a fight, who is not even like an Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was much more, some would say, the Nehruvian BJP kind of leader. Narendra Modi comes from a different stock. He's not going away in a hurry. So how will the Congress combat a leader like Narendra Modi? Sonia Gandhi, the mother, would like her children to play a greater role. Sonia Gandhi, the politician, perhaps knows that the Congress needs some new magic formula to take on someone like a Narendra Modi.
Thank you so much, Rajdeep Sardesai, for getting us that exclusive, candid chat with Congress President Sonia Gandhi. Of course, don't miss the repeat of this interview. It's coming up next and through the day on India Today, that exclusive chat of Sonia Gandhi with Rajdeep Sardesai. Stay tuned.